Lisa Freeman here from stampingwithlisa.com, and I'm here today to show you a brand new video using the Prize Peony stamp set. And we'll just give everybody a couple minutes to get on. Hope everybody's doing great today. It's a beautiful day here. Well, actually it's a little cloudy, but it's supposed to be a beautiful day. A little bit hot, but it's better than all that rain we've been having. So I'll take it. Although the rain is good for my garden. I planted a garden this year in my new house and well, in my new backyard, not in the house. So I've got some tomatoes and some zucchini and a bunch of herbs, and I planted some blueberry bushes and blackberry bushes. Hey, Nicole. And my yard is looking good. I planted a lot of grass, put some weed and feed down, so my house is starting to look really good. And it's been a lot of work, but I'm really liking this new house. So anyway, let's see if we got any more people coming. I know it's kind of early. If I didn't have to get up today, I probably would have slept in a little bit, but my daughter's coming over in a little while, so I'm really excited about that. Haven't seen her in a while since this whole coronavirus thing started. She was actually supposed to come that weekend, the weekend that the quarantine started, and couldn't come, so I'm looking forward to that. Hey, Diane. So I don't know if you guys are friends with me on Facebook. I assume pretty much anybody who's on here is also one of my Facebook friends, and I posted yesterday that I'm just not watching the news anymore, which I really don't watch the news anyway, but you know, it's hard to miss it when you've got commercials and everything like that, and it's just depressing. So I just turned the TV off totally, and now I just have the Amazon Prime and Netflix on there, and because I didn't want any commercials, and I went to Amazon Prime and I just pressed the button, you know, the Alexa button on there, and just said Christian movies. And I just started watching Christian movies, and it's such a good feeling to watch these movies that are so uplifting and just make you feel good. And you know, I hope most of you that are watching, or all of you, are Christians, but you know, if you're not, then hopefully maybe one day you will be. But it's just a positive thing, and I really recommend doing it, because just getting away from all the negative things that are going on is just really nice. And I had a good cry or two or three or four or five yesterday during these movies, because some of them were so sad, and some of them are based on real story, you know, real live stories, and they were just so good. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Kathy. Okay, so we got a few people in here, so let's go ahead and start stamping. Didn't mean to ramble on about all that stuff, but in case you want some uplifting stuff, just go on Amazon Prime and hit Christian movies, and there's a ton of them on there, and almost all the ones that I watched were really, really good, and really uplifting, and will make you feel good. But some of them you'll need a tissue for, because they're a little bit sad at parts, but at the end they all had good endings. So alright, so today we're using the Prize Peony stamp set and the matching peony dies. And I don't know if it's peony or peony. I always say peony, but I don't know. It's either way you want to say it, I don't know. But this stamp set is so gorgeous, and the paper I forgot to bring with me. The paper that goes with it is absolutely beautiful. Every sheet in there, I had a hard time deciding which sheets to use because they were all so pretty. So we're using these two things, and then I'll show you in the catalog. Here we go. This is the page in the catalog that it's on. It's 82 and 83. This is the paper right here. I don't know if you can see that, if I can get it into the picture. Hold on. Hey, Sherry. All right, there we go. So this is the paper right here. And as you can see, they're all so pretty. It was really, really hard deciding which one to pick. And I love gray. My whole house, I'm doing in the farmhouse kind of style of decorating. So my house is very gray. And it's got gray, white, a lot of gray, a lot of black. Real clean looking things. And I love the petal pink with this too. So that's really pretty. This is the stamp set. And the dies are so cool. I have the dies with me, but I'm not putting them together like they are. Let me see if I can find this one right here. So the dies actually make this flower. And I watched a video on it, and it was really easy how to do it, so I'll have to do a video on that. But it's so cool how it all comes together. They just have all the pieces, and you just slide them all together and glue it, and it goes together pretty easily. So you'll have to go online and look at a YouTube video, or I can do one later. And here's some of the samples that are in here too, and they're all just so pretty. All right, so hopefully you guys got your supplies ready. And if you don't have this stamp set yet, oh, this is the die we're using today, which goes with this flower. So we've got this flower and the die to match. But if you don't have this stamp set yet, you can use any stamp set, any paper, whatever you want, doesn't matter. So you need a half sheet of cardstock cut a long ways. So it's 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it by 2 3/4. I score it at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. And then I also put a little note on here, gems for decorating. So when I say score it 2 3/4 and 5 1/2, so it's scored in half, and then you're scoring it in half again of that, and that piece folds back. So it's going to be like that. And that's actually one of our steps. And then I've got this piece, this one. I'm running out of room here. This one, and the scrap of white. I don't know if all of that is in the shot there. Oops. I'll put these two together. Okay, so half sheet of any color cardstock you want to. This is gray granite. And then my quarter sheet, which is 5 1/4 by 4. This is one of the designer papers in that Peony Suite. I've got petal pink. This is 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. Another piece of designer paper, which is 4 by 2 1/2. And then white, 2 1/2 by 3 1/4. And then a scrap of white. It doesn't really matter how big, as long as it's as big as this piece, because we need to stamp our flower and cut it out. Okay, so let me get my directions out for you. And you can look at my lovely handwriting. I have the messiest handwriting. I wish I could type all these out, but it's too much work, so I just write it. I was doing all these while I was watching these movies yesterday. Hey, Charlotte. Everybody say hi. If you're on here, say hi. If you're watching replay later on today, you can put replay. Okay, so get your supplies ready. Make sure you've got adhesive, dimensionals, and scissors. And then what you're going to do first is fold your 4 1/2 by 11 piece of cardstock in half, and then fold that piece back again. So you're going to fold it in half this way, so just like that, and then you're going to fold that front piece back so it makes a Z. So this will make a Z fold, and I'll scoot that up. Let's see if I can lift this up a little bit. Higher. Okay. Hey, Debbie. All right, so hopefully you can see that now. All right, so you're gonna have the Z fold card. That's what it's called. So it's just like that. And we're gonna set that aside for a minute. Okay, so hopefully everybody's done that. Let me know when you're ready. Put a thumbs up. Hey, Mary. All right, everybody folded their card? Hopefully that wasn't too hard. All right, so now first step after that, step number 2, we're gonna glue down these two pieces together. So I'm gonna take my little sticky off of here. Excuse me. So this goes on the inside of the card like that. So I'm gonna get some of my green glue Tombow glue and just glue that down. I don't think there is an up and a down to this. So that's your first step. So that's the inside of our card. Okay. Everybody done with that one? Give me a thumbs up, smiley face, anything you like. Let me know you're done. Hey, Deborah, Kathy, how are ya? I'm so glad I got so many people on here today. That makes me feel good. I'm going to do another one on Sunday, which I know is Father's Day, but I don't have a dad and I don't have a husband, so I'm not doing anything. So I thought I'll do a video. If you can't catch it on Father's Day, then you can catch it later, but it'll probably be, I'm going to say 2 o'clock. I'll send out an email later and let you know for sure. All right, everybody done with that step, I hope. Next step, glue down your 2.5 by 4 piece of designer paper to the front flap of the card. So that's this piece right here, the 4 by 2.5, and that's going to go on the front flap right there. So again, I'm going to use my green glue, and it's funny, the back of this one looks kind of similar to that one, but it's not. So we're going to put that right here. So that's our second, well, really, I guess third step. So this is what it looks like now. So when you put it together, it looks like that. Okay. Everybody with me? Everybody got that steps done? Give me a thumbs up. All right, next step. Moving right along. Stamp the words in the bottom right corner of your white cardstock. So you're going to be using this piece of white cardstock, 2.5 by 3.25. Let me take off my sticky note. And we're going to put the words right down there in the bottom corner. And I'm using gray granite ink. And this is the word that I picked from the stamp set, My Thoughts Are With You. You can use any word you want, but hopefully it'll be a small one. If it's got to be either small to fit here, or it could be long ways at the bottom, either one. Hopefully I'll get this straight. And there you go. So just do that right in the bottom. And that was with everything I'm stamping is gray granite, so I'm just going to leave that out. So that's that step. Everybody got that one? Kathy's done. Everybody done? That was a pretty easy step. All right, moving right along. Unless you say wait, I'm going to keep going. All right, stamp your main image in the top left corner. You can see I messed up my E of the cardstock. Add the leaves too if you did a flower like I did. So if yours is not, say you picked a different stamp set like the sailing one or a high tide or I don't know, anything other, you know, maybe you got an animal one, whatever. You could put, you know, if it's an animal one, just put the animal there. Mine is a flower, so I'm going to do my flower and do it right in the top left corner. And I did the words first to make sure I wouldn't go over the words because I wanted them to make sure I had enough room for them. And then I'm going to take my leaves, and if you don't have leaves, that's fine. I'm just going to stamp them, a couple of them. And I'm overlapping, but that's okay because I'm going to be covering that with the real, this exact same image, but it's going to be cut out. So that's why I stamped it, just to give me perspective of where my leaves go. So I'm going to stamp this again on scrap paper in just a second. So that's what mine looks like so far. which I think is pretty by itself. All right, so give me thumbs up. Let me know you're done. Oh, Debbie Carter, hey. All right, give me some thumbs up. Let me know you're done. I don't see any thumbs up, so I guess you're still working or you just don't want to do a thumbs up. I don't know. Give me a smiley face, whatever you want. Let me know. I don't want to go too fast. All right, well, hopefully you should have that stamped by now. All right, next step, step number 6. Stamp the main image again. We're going to do it again on scrap white cardstock and color with blends. So here's my scrap piece of white, and I'm just going to stamp it again. And this time I'm going to color it. So I'm not coloring this one. This one you don't have to color. You do color the leaves in a minute, but we're going to color the one we're going to cut out. So I've got the Stampin' Blends with me, and I've got Petal Pink, light and dark, and then I've got dark soft seafoam. And I couldn't find the light one, but I didn't need it anyway. So we're going to color, and I'm going to show you how easy this is. It's not even funny. We're done with this ink pad, so I'm going to put it away. You could like do detail, if you're a detail person and you want to like do it, every individual petal on here and be really, really perfect about it, you can. I'm really not that good of a colorer, so I usually cheat and do something easier. So for mine, I'm just going to take the side of my tip of the marker and just kind of go like this. And it doesn't even matter if you go out of the lines because we're going to cut it out. So I didn't color the whole entire thing. I like to leave some of it white. So that took me all of 2 seconds. So I've got some with the petal pink color and then some a little bit white. And then for the inside of it, I'm going to take and just color this in dark. I think I'm going to use the fat tip for that too. So the center will be a little bit darker. So there you go. If you want to do all of this light and dark and have it more vibrant, you can, but I just really wanted a soft, subtle look to mine. And then for the leaves, I'm going to have the leaves over here, and I'm going to color these. I'm going to do the whole thing in the light color, and then I'm going to go back. Well, this is actually a dark seafoam. So I'm just using this one, but I'm going to go back over where it's shaded so that I do have darker areas. So we've got that. And then on the other side, I'm going to do those. So do the whole thing, then go back over. Oops, I got it on my paper. And take this out of the way. All right, so wherever you see that shading on there, you want to put a little bit more ink. So you've got some light, some dark here. And you can just keep adding ink if you want to. And it'll dry a little bit lighter when it dries. All right, so there's the leaves. Here's my flower. So we're going to cut this flower out. If you have any kind of flower, you can do any kind of flower. If you have this one and you have the dies, go ahead and cut it out. That's our next step. Well, actually, it's not. It just says cut out. Well, yeah, it is. Stamp the main image and cut out using the scissors or the die. So if you have scissors and you don't feel like getting up, go ahead and do that. I already did mine ahead of time, so by the magic of TV, I have mine done already. So it's going to fit right over top of this one, whoops, like that. So then you won't see where those leaves are overlapping. So I've already done the next step. If you stamped leaves, color those with your blends. So we've already skipped that step. Okay, everybody with me? Oh, hey, Lisa. All right, everybody still with me? We're going to be putting dimensionals on the back of this. That's our next step. Add dimensionals to the main image and place on top of same stamped image. So get some dimensionals out. Put on the back of this one. I'm going to use 2 whole ones. And we're just going to put that on the top here. And you want to just match it up exactly how it is on the one underneath. So then it looks like that, and it covers where you did your leaves, so it looks like they're behind it. So isn't that pretty? And I really love this subtle coloring here. Super easy. If you want to go back in and do the whole thing like light and dark everywhere, it'll take you a while, but I'm sure it's going to be beautiful. I just am like a quick and easy kind of colorer, so I don't like to do that unless I have nothing else to do. All right, and then we're going to put dimensionals. I forgot this step. We're going to do dimensionals on the back. Oh, whoops, not on the back of this, on the back of this piece. So we're going to glue these two together. So just put a little bit of tape on the back of that. I forgot to write down this step. All right, put that together. And then here's the key. When you're putting this to your other piece, you want to put dimensionals on the back of this, but you only want to put them on the left half because you want it to open like this. So you only want dimensionals in back of this part, okay? So there should be nothing here, right there, just on this. So you're going to turn it over just like that, lay it where it's going to go, and then put your dimensionals there. So I'm going to put one on each corner, and then I'm going to put a couple half ones. So let's put a half one here, and a half one here. So I'm going to put it like right there, just flip it over when I take it off. I can get them off. They're kind of sticky today. Okay, I wish you guys could talk. It wouldn't be so quiet. It's hard to sit and talk to yourself this whole time. Okay, so then just put this down about right there. Let me just double check. Yep, I don't have anything showing here, so that's good. So then I can press it down. All right, and then I want to add a little bling, and I've got the brand new gems here. And if you're in my downline, you should have gotten these in the mail in the last week or so. I sent these to all my downline. I had to cut them though, because they wouldn't fit in the envelope, so I had to cut them off like down here and then send them out that way. So if they look like they've been opened, they have. All right, I forgot my take your pick tool, so I'm just going to use my scissors, and I'm going to grab this, put one here, put a little bigger one. Let's see. Actually, I should have put a big one there. Let me change that. I'll hold that right there. Let me put this, oops, I already got sticky stuff there. Okay, we're going to leave that one. All right, we'll put the bigger one over here. And then I'm going to put another little one right there. So I always like to do things in odd numbers. So usually when I do the little gems, I do them in 3s. All right, and then of course, as always, we're going to spray it with some shimmer paint. So that was our step 9, add bling and shimmer spray. So put it in my handy little pan. And this is just a pan from the Dollar Tree that my friend Beth gave me. If you want to open it and get some on the inside, you can. Isn't that beautiful? Love it. This is one of my favorite stamp sets. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so let me see if I can put that close so you can see it. If you want to take a screenshot of it. Thank you, Lisa. All right, can you see the sparkle? I always feel like the QVC person trying to show you that Dominique sparkle. I just think it's so pretty. And then it opens like that. And what I usually do is that if I give a card like this, I put a Post-it note here so I don't have to write on it on there. Usually any card I send it as a Post-it note so then the person can reuse it. So, but I love that sparkle on there. So that's my card. So I'll post mine on here. As soon as I stop taping, then I can make it a permanent post. And then, oh, somebody gave me a sad face. I hope that was by accident. All right. Hey, Diane. Thank you. All right. I hope everybody's supposed to send a happy face and not a sad face, because I think this is a great card. And I hope you guys have an awesome day, an awesome weekend. And I will see you again on Sunday. And I'll send it out an email and let you know exactly what time that will be. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.